Today we will talk about somatic hybridization. Okay, so what do you mean by somatic hybridization? It is the in vitro ಶಿಲ್ಪ put your ಇದು mic ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ mute ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ. So what is somatic hybridization? It is the infusion of isolated protoplasm to form a hybrid cell and its subsequent development to form a hybrid plant. So ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು somatic hybridization ಅಲ್ಲಿ in my last class ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ isolation of protoplast ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. How to isolate the protoplast. Okay, once the protoplast is isolated, how this hybridization technique is carried out. That is nothing but somatic hybridization. So it is the development of the isolated protoplast to form a hybrid. Okay, how this hybrid cells are formed is what we're going to study in somatic hybridization. Okay, why do we need to study somatic hybridization? Because it provides a novel opportunity to create cells with new genetic constitution. So we can isolate and we can form a new hybrid cell or new hybrid individual. So this is a novel technique which helps in the creation of the new genetic constitution, and it's a wonderful approach to overcome sexual incompatibility between different species of plant. ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. We are taking stain A, we are taking stain B. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So we are fusing the protoplast. We have isolated the protoplast. These are the protoplast. Each cell, stain A the cell is the protoplast cell, stain B the protoplast cell. ಆಯ್ತಾ? When we are doing the fusion, ಆಯ್ತಾ? Stain A, it may ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು stain A ಜೊತೆನೆ it may fuse and it forms the homocaryons. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So it is nothing but A with another A will form 2A. So this is the homokaryon. Homokaryon means same species, same cell do there will be duplication. ಎರಡು same DNA ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Two protoplast of the same species. Okay, that forms the or same type of the cell that forms the homokaryon. A plus A. It is same with the B also. If it is joining with another B strain, it forms the homokaryon. But when A fuses with the B, it forms the heterokaryon. Within a cell, there is a and B. So that is the heterokaryon. Okay. So to bring this fusion, okay, to bring this type of fusion, we broadly use three different techniques. One is fusion of protoplast. Okay, to the somatic hybridization involves three major steps. One is fusion of the protoplast. Second step is selection of the hybrid. Third, identification of the hybrid.
ರಾತ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಡೋದು ಅಮ್ಮನು 3 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂತಾಳೆ ರಾತ್ರಿಗೆ. ಇವಾಗ 2 ಟೈಮ್ ಬಿಡೋದು ನೋಡು.
ಗೌಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Yeah. So this involves three major steps, that is fusion of the protoplast, selection of the hybrid cells, and identification of the hybrid plant. So first step was fusion of the protoplast. How fusion is taking place? Okay, that is isolated protoplasts are devoid of cell wall, and in the in vitro fusion becomes easier. Aita? So in the fusion, there are two main types of fusion. One is spontaneous fusion, other one is induced fusion. Okay, so spontaneous fusion is by mechanical fusion, mechanical technique. Aita? So this is done under the microscope. And the induced fusion ali, it may be due to the chemical, that then it is called as fusion induced by chemical is called as chemofusion. And if it is by electricity, it is called electrofusion. Aita? Fusion of protoplast can be achieved by spontaneous fusion or mechanical induced fusion or mechanical fusion ಅಂತಾನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Spontaneous fusion, as the name indicates, it is spontaneous. Aita? So as my first, this diagram, this is a spontaneous fusion where that leads in the formation of homokaryons. Aita? Same cells pakka pakka iddaga, they are like they are forced to get fused and they forms the homokaryons. And these cells may contain high number of nuclei, up to 2 to 40 nuclei can be observed within one cell. Okay, this is because of the expansion and subsequent coalescence of plasmodesmatal connection between the cell. Plasmodesmatal connection between the two cells may be the reason for high number of nuclei within a cell. And it is spontaneously fused protoplast. This cannot regenerate into whole plant and except few cell division. It forms certain cell division, and this cell will not give rise to entire organism. And this may be important. Yeah, okay, but still, why do we need to study the spontaneous fusion? Because this helps in to study the nature and function of the plasmodesmata, physiology, and control of mitosis in multinucleated cells and nuclear fusion. And spontaneous fusion has a practical importance for chromosome doubling. Yakandre idralli spontaneous ali, if same homokaryons will be produced with large number of nuclei, so chromosome doubling again, this spontaneous fusion is helpful. Coming to chemical or induced fusion. Aita? Mechanical or induced fusion. In mechanical fusion, this is a physical fusion of protoplast under microscope by using micromanipulator or perfusion micropipette. Aita? Whereas fusion inducing agents, which are collectively called as fusogens, they're called as fusogens. So in chemicals which helps in the fusion of the cell, they are called as chemofusion. Aita? Ee chemofusion example sodium nitrate, high pH or calcium ion exchange method ide, matte polyethylene glycol, polyvinyl alcohol, and other chemicals. Using these methods, we can bring the chemical fusion. So first one is sodium nitrate. First one is sodium nitrate. How sodium nitrate brings fusion? We are isolated the protoplast, and later isolated protoplast is mixed with the chemical containing
nitrogen, sodium nitrate.
Either mixture of 5.5% sodium nitrate in 10% of sucrose solution,
10%
and this entire mixture is incubated for 5 minutes at 35 degrees. Either later ಈ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಫ್ಯೂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು for 5 minutes. Supernatant and discard ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು we retain the pellet. That pellet should be kept in water bath at 30 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Okay? So as a result, protoplast will be fused. Either sodium nitrate fusion results in the low frequency of heterokaryon formation, particularly when mesophyll protoplasts are fused. So it is not giving any great fusion, but very less number of heterokaryons can be observed in sodium nitrate fusion. Next one, the high pH and high calcium ion treatment. Idrali ಏನಂದ್ರೆ we are isolated. It is mixed with the 0.4 molar mannitol, which is containing 0.04 molar of calcium chloride, and pH is very high pH, that is 10.5. It is highly alkaline pH. Aita 10.5. How do you get pH can be adjusted with glycine NaOH buffer. Aita. So ee tara navu protoplast solution na mannitol, calcium chloride at high pH 10.5 ee mixture na navu incubate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು at 37 degrees Celsius for 30 to 40 minutes. As a result, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ protoplast will start forming aggregates. Clump ಆಗಿ form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Protoplast clump will be observed and fusion will take place within 10 minutes. ಏನ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ around 20 to 50% of the protoplast fusion is observed in this method. Coming to PEG treatment. PEG andre polyethylene glycol treatment. Idrali this is used, this is the most frequently used technique for protoplast fusion. And yaak ee technique na ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ comparing other two techniques, because in this technique the reproducible this results in the reproducible high frequency of heterokaryon formation. Aita heterokaryon formation ಆದ್ರೇನೆ it gives the hybrid cell. Aita, so PEG treatment alli we get high frequency of heterokaryon formation and toxicity is very low. It gives very low toxicity to the cell and it reduces the formation of binucleate heterokaryons. Aita, so inside the nucleus aita binucleate heterokaryons iralla. And PEG induced fusion is non-specific and therefore can be used for a wide range of plants. So just plants only this treatment is very helpful. How do we actually do how this PEG treatment is carried out? We take the 1 ml of the protoplast, isolated protoplast, plus equal amount of PEG should be taken. Illina 1 ml protoplast ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So 1 ml of the PEG. What is the percentage? 28 to 56% of the PEG. Molecular weight varies from 1500 to 6000 Dalton. This entire thing is taken in a tube and this tube should be shaken well, aita, and it should be kept aside. Aita, we should allow it to settle down the content. Aita, so the pellet athwa settled protoplast that should be washed several times with the culture media which you use to isolate the protoplast. That same media should be used to wash the protoplast for several times. Right? So whatever the settled protoplast will show the fusion of the protoplast. The other method is polyvinyl alcohol and other chemicals. Percent of solution of polyvinyl alcohol, it is also called as PVP, right? In combination with 0.05 calcium chloride and 0.3 molar mannitol are used to fuse the plant protoplast. Apart from this polyvinyl alcohol, right, lectins are used and various other proteins are also used to agglutinate the protoplast. These are the methods where we bring the fusion. Chemical fusions are done in this way. Mechanism of fusion. Coming to mechanism. Nan fusion ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, fuse ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Actually fuse ಆಗೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? How the fusion is coming? ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So first ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 3 steps ಇದೆ. ಹಿಂಗೆ fusion ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, how the cell is actually accepting another foreign body or 2 foreign bodies forming one cell. How is it taking place? First is agglutination or adhesion. Adhesion. Second one is plasma membrane fusion. third one is formation of heterokaryon. Aita? So when two protoplasts, what is this agglutination or adhesion? See, now ivaga ಎರಡು strain ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, strain A, strain B, protoplast. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So we have put some fusogens. ಆಯ್ತಾ? It could be mechanical or chemical or electrical. We are taking some fusogen and we are bringing. What happens? The next step is adhesion. Andre two protoplasts are coming closer. Aita? The protoplasts come closer the cells. When two protoplasts are in close contact with each other, adhesion occurs. Adhesion andrene ondಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಂಟಿರೋದು ಅಂತ. Adhesion andrene ಅಂಟಿರೋದು. So here two cells are adhered to each other. Agglutination can be induced by fusogens such as, this is high pH and high calcium. Ion concentration ಅಲ್ಲಿ adhesion can be observed. Aita? So coming to next, plasma membrane fusion. So this after adhesion, aita, this plasma membrane, because ನಾವು cell wall na remove ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇವಾಗ plasma membrane, ಈ plasma membrane should break open between the adhered portion ಅಲ್ಲಿ plasma membrane should open. ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು? Adhesion leads to formation of cytoplasmic bridges between the protoplast. The plasma membrane fusion can be increased by high pH and high calcium, high temperature and high concentration. Aita? So this between two cells, cytoplasmic bridge should form. Aita? So when there is a high pH and this is a calcium, high calcium ion, neutralization of the surface charges takes place on the protoplast. The ions that is present around the cell will get neutralized, and this allows closer contact and membrane fusion between agglutinated protoplasts. This is the agglutinated portion of the cell. Aita? So adhere, it will be more adhere to each other. So ion get neutralized. This results in the rupturing of the membrane. Or high temperature. This helps in the intermingling of lipid molecule of agglutinated protoplast membrane so that membrane fusion occurs. Aita? So lipid molecules are entangled, andre they are closely connected to each other. High temperature ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they detangle, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇದು knots ಎಲ್ಲ connectivity ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ high temperature ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So the rupturing agglutinated places only, the membrane rupture or these two membranes get fuses much faster at high temperature. Third one bandu PEG, polyethylene glycol use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ fusogen ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ rapid, very fast agglutination takes place and that forms the clumps of protoplast. And this results in the tight adhesion membrane, consequently their fusion. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ it brings about the fusion is what this slide speaks. So third one ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, first one adhesion, fusion, third one formation of heterokaryons. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So heterokaryon will have both strain A and strain B. What happens? Formation of heterokaryon, fused protoplasts get rounded and results in the cytoplasmic bridge leading to the formation of spherical homokaryon or heterokaryons. See, idrali heterokaryon. So it forms the spherical structure. Aita? That is the formation of heterokaryon, and that leads in the heterokaryons leads in the formation of hybrid. So now isolation odaitu. Next to fusion odaitu, fusion will forms the hybrid. Aita? How do we know that cell which is formed is a hybrid? Aita? Fusion may lead to both homokaryons or heterokaryons. See, idrali tumba clear agide. Aita? This is the fusion. Fusion will lead both homokaryon and heterokaryon. Alva? So how do we know whether we got is a homokaryon or a heterokaryon? Heterokaryon is nothing but is it a hybrid or not? So there are different methods to identify the hybrid cells. Aita? After fusion process, the protoplast population consists of a heterogeneous mixture of unfused protoplast. Once in a fusion andre, what and all do we observe usually in the cell mixture? Unfused chloroplast, homokaryons, and heterokaryons. So to identify the hybrid cell, there are three selection methods. First one is biochemical method, visual method, cytometric method. Biochemical method ಅಲ್ಲಿ two types ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು drug sensitivity, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು autotrophic mutants. ಆಯ್ತಾ? As the name indicates, visual method, by observing the color of the cell or size of the cell, we can say whether it is a hybrid cell or not. Cytometric ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು using the flow cytometry or fluorescence. Fluorescent dye ನ cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಆಯ್ತಾ, which has absorbed the fluorescent dye, that shows the hybrid. Which is not absorbed the fluorescent, that shows they are not hybrid cell, they are homokaryons. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So using that, cytometric techniques are used. Coming to biochemical, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ drug sensitivity and autotrophic mutant. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ಬಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪೆಟೂನಿಯಾ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೆಟೂನಿಯಾ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಡಿ ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ಬಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಇಂಟರ್ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? This fused cells are grown in a culture media containing actinomycin D. Aita? This is the drug antibiotic actinomycin D. The fused cells are grown in actinomycin D. As a result, this actinomycin D will form small colonies. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕಾಲೋನೀಸ್? ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ homokaryons of species A will form small colonies, and as I said, homokaryons will go under and there is no further growth. So species B will not form any colony and it is a drug sensitive. Aita? Petunia, sorry. Petunia paradoi, aita? This species is resistant to the actinomycin D. So there is no growth or cell division, or there is no cell formation, colony formation of the Petunia paradoi. Aita? But when hybrida and paradoi is fused, it forms a large colony in actinomycin D culture, and it will go further, growth is observed. It leads in the formation of the callus, and we can see the somatic hybrid plants. Artha aita? So actinomycin D na now culture, it is an antibiotic, and actinomycin D is an antibiotic or a drug which helps to identify or select the hybrid. And the second one ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು mutant, autotrophic mutants. How to using autotrophic mutant method ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ, autotrophic mutant nitrogen reductase apoenzyme deficient, NRINIA, nitrate reductase apoenzyme deficit ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇದು ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ಎ ಬಂದು. ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ಬಿ ಬಂದು nitrate reductase lacking molybdenum cofactor ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಸ್ಪೀಶಿ ಬಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So when we have isolated the protoplast, fusion technique is occurred. Fusion ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು fusion technical fusion ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಆಯ್ತಾ, the one which is which gives homokaryons, either they are not unfused protoplast from species A, there is no division is observed. Same with the species B. which is not fused, there is no formation of division and no growth. But the hybrid or fused protoplast will form more colonies, callus is observed, and stomatic hybrid is observed. This is the now autotrophic mutants. Coming to visual ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, as I said, ನೀವು ಕಣ್ಣಿಂದಾನೇ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, either there will be change in the size or change in the color with respect to hybrid cells or hybrid plant. So we have taken a species A and species B. Aita? There are certain cells which are achlorophyllous. Aita? So the cells which are achlorophyllous, that is called as albino or non-green cells. Aita? The cells which are green in color, they are named as green cell or species A. These protoplasts are isolated, they are fused, aita? But these fused cells are grown on a selective media, particular media, aita? The species A, which can grow in the special media, that forms very small green colonies, and these green colonies are nothing but homokaryons, and there is no further growth is observed. Whereas albino or non-green protoplast will give rise to white cell colony, and white callus is observed in selective media. Hybrid cells will form green cell colony. Either when you see the hybrid cells, their size is greater than the homokaryon cell, and this form green callus, and somatic hybrid plant is observed. This is the visual technique based on the color. And nan flow cytometry ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, cytometric techniques ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ flow cytometry technique na use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು fluorescent dye na use ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು we can identify whether a cell is hybrid or not. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ನಾನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾಳೆ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.